Will there be another war for oil in Iraq soon? Watch this video to find out. Tension has been escalating in Iraq recently. On the one side, there is Muqtada al-Sadr, the Shia cleric who led two uprisings against the US forces in Iraq in 2003 and 2004. On the other side, there are Shia factions who are closer to Iran than Sadr and who have militias that are more linked to Iran's Revolutionary Guard. And the political deadlock in Iraq meant that there is no government formed since the October parliamentary elections. Muqtada al-Sadr won most seats but fell short of a majority. Even when he formed a coalition with major Kurdish and Sunni parties, he was still short of the two-thirds majority required to elect a president and a prime minister. Or at least that majority was required according to the interpretation of Iraq's Supreme Court, Supreme Constitutional Court. That court also issued another ruling in February against the government of the autonomous region of Kurdistan in northern Iraq. The court ruled that only the federal government of Baghdad is authorized to run the oil and gas wealth of the whole country. The Iraqi Shia-led government, which is friendly to the United States, started to implement the court's ruling aggressively, or at least it angered the Senate's Foreign Affairs Committee, which wrote to the State Department urging it to get involved between Iraq's government and the autonomous Kurdish government to end the dispute, because 3 American oil field services companies had to pull out from Iraqi Kurdistan, fearing retaliation from the federal government. Those were Schlumberger, Baker Hughes, and Halliburton. Both Democrats and Republicans on the committee signed the letter and wanted the administration to give regular updates about the progress of the American efforts in that matter. The other issue that might jeopardize Iraq's oil is more linked to the Shia ongoing dispute. Muqtada al-Sadr has recently changed his position. Instead of just calling for early elections, he now does not want any of the existing major parties or officials in major positions to take part in the future elections. Otherwise, and if this somewhat impossible condition is not fulfilled, he will stop communicating with his followers and with the others. With that, there were messages circulated about a possible protest that would target the oil-producing companies in southern Iraq, where most of Iraqi oil is located. Iraq is a major oil exporter. It sells between 3 and 4 million barrels a day. If the Iraqi oil production is disrupted and the price of the barrel of the crude oil in the oil international market goes higher, and with it, of course, the gas prices here in the United States, we will see more US efforts and involvement in things in Iraq. But will that be it? It will depend on what happens and the scale of the disruption, and also the ongoing negotiations between the US and Iran about the nuclear deal, and the situation of the US troops in Syria and also in Iraq. All those factors are playing out in a very volatile environment, and we are watching it and talking about it in this channel. That's why stay tuned, subscribe to this channel, activate the bell button, and keep watching, and thank you very much.